It's
Friday.
Squad in the house. Squad in the house.
Hello.
I haven't gone grey. I went a bit wild with the dry shampoo. Welcome to Donna and Cheryl TV. It's Friday, so all bets are off. The Soul Squad are in the house. Well, half of them are off having fun with other people, like are rude.
They're going to get sacked.
How dare they?
You'll never see them again on the show.
We're all feeling like a little bit hyper today, so I've got to warn you.
Yeah.
If there's children around, put your headphones in or just watch it on replay when there's no children about. And yeah, we've just decided we want to have fun, haven't we, girls?
Girls,
Yeah,
just
nothing
wanna
serious,
have
nothing heavy.
fun. Just wanna. I literally, when I came back from my walk this morning, I came in the kitchen and I was making me breakfast and I was actually eyeing the bottle of wine up. I was I've got like 3/4 a bottle of wine, which I am going to have a glass tonight. But I was looking at it thinking, I could just quite happily pour myself a glass of red wine and everything will be all right. Sorry, not sorry.
Friday.
And like when it's something like Bailey's belongs in a coffee like at any time of day. Like it's totally acceptable. Hey, Anne.
Yes,
so today we just want to do a bit of a roundup. I mean, we might mention the fact about that we've signed to write a book. Like, I don't know if we've mentioned this to anyone.
What?
I don't think they know.
I didn't know anyone knows.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And Cheryl and I were all just this morning. We're like, do you think we should just like go away somewhere? So Emily Williams, who I absolutely adore, who wrote I Heart My Life and has a business called I Heart My Life, which is
who I met and had lunch with in LA.
I met and have lunch with LA. I don't talk about it because I wasn't there. I'm like, you're meeting the people that I want to meet.
Yeah.
But she's massively into women's empowerment, and she really helps women get over money blocks and stuff. And she's been reposting recently because 2 years ago she went away to write her book. So Emily being Emily decided like, don't stay in London and do it. So took herself off like on a 5-star trip to Italy. And just spent like a month in Italy just writing a book. And she said just like being surrounded by beautiful things, all that inspiration, just really kind of, she felt like she could write in a different way by being in that space. Hello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it might not be Italy. We might end up like along the coast somewhere, that way or that way.
Thank God for COVID, otherwise I'd be booking with flights, love, let me tell you.
I'd be like, would be Italy, you know.
So we just get the message. What's the limit on my corporate card?
We're doing it
out. So we were saying we could just take ourselves off because, in all fairness, when you are, sorry, I'm just laughing. Now the window cleaners decided to come, and I'm literally sat right in front of the window. He's got one of them noisy, hosey, scrubby things now, and he doesn't do it manually anymore. So he hasn't started yet. Good luck.
Oh dear.
So yes, we were just saying, you know, when you try it, a bit like when we've been talking this week about self-care, and you're talking about environment. Well, we've been talking about environment with some of our clients, and it's really difficult, isn't it, to get yourself into like a creative space. We were talking about this on one of these, weren't we? Like it's really hard to be creative if you just sat at your desk.
On some call on this week. On a call, I don't know. Can't remember.
Yeah, it is really difficult. So say if you have a zone, your environment's really important to you. So say if you have a zone that's your work zone, it's quite difficult then to do something that's completely not work related because all of your visual anchors and physical anchors around you are about work. So for example, when clients do their sessions with us on Zoom, they'll often move away from their work desk space into a different room, like the living room or in the conservatory or something like that, so that they're physically in a different space and different environment. So Cheryl and I are already thinking, like, just for the flow of the writing, sitting at the desk, we're doing it. I mean,
we're doing it. So the plan is, Donna comes back on holiday. We'll have our first session with Abby, 2-hour session where we're going to flesh out ideas, and then we are in the next 2 weeks going to go away somewhere for a couple of days and start to write our book. We're doing it. We'll have to practice what we preach here. So
we do.
Yeah.
Well, and we've got a planning day tomorrow in the afternoon. We're maybe lubricated.
Basically, by tomorrow tea time, we'll have booked somewhere.
And I've got Airbnb on my app, so
oh my god,
on the app on the phone. So
heavy combination: planning, alcohol, Airbnb,
rock and roll. And I'm in holiday mood already.
Which
Sorry,
location do you fancy? Do you fancy sea? Do you fancy mountains and hills and green? Like where do you envisage writing
all
this
of the
book?
above.
See for me,
all of the
seeing greens. I'm not a mountain and a lake girl, as I
There you go.
realised
Get a
when I
deck
went to the
chair,
lake.
walk across the road, you're there.
Exactly.
A different thing.
I'll just sit in my bedroom and look out the window. Oh, I'm next to the sea.
You see, the funny thing is, like, I don't mind, as long as I'm looking at water, I'm quite happy. So lakes, I'm quite happy with the lakes. Just water in general, I really like. And Nancy, who is one of our spiritual alignment coaches for Cheryl and I, was just telling me this week, actually, like how important water is. Sure, I know it sounds crazy, but even if you've just got water in a vase, like with your flowers, and I went, you're not going to believe me, I've literally always got a vase of flowers, and I'm always looking at the water. She said, just any water makes you feel good, which is funny. I don't like being wet, but I don't mind looking at it.
But she did say as well, because we've both had sessions with that, like getting a water feature in the house, when you see some people just have those little water features and things, like the sound of the water trickling, like really does help with your energy and your creativity as well.
Gets you fluid.
Yes, and Donna is going on holiday next week.
I know.
When we come back.
Well. Did I forget to mention? But like Mel, one of the cottages that Cheryl and I go to, it's called, I don't want to tell everybody because you're all booked, but I will. So Gillian, who owns it, it's called The Retreat, and it's in a little place called Sands End in North Yorkshire, and it's beautiful because you get both. So you've got this massive garden, like acres and acres of this green garden and trees and everything, and then you walk down the road and you're at the seafront. So when we go there, we get both. So Cheryl and I were saying somewhere like that would be ideal, where you've got quiet and a lovely garden. You can sit, we can write, we can put stuff on walls and just kind of shut ourselves away for a few days. But there where we can walk. So if anyone's got any recommendations of any lovely lets or Airbnbs or holiday homes, I know we're probably going to struggle, to be fair, over the next month. So it might be a bit.
The universe will send us something if it's meant to happen. So Mel and Joe, what have you been up to? What's the crack? What's going down this week? What's the crack? What's cracking?
Too much. It's interesting that you've been talking about self-care, because mine's just gone completely out the window this week. To a degree. Just being busy. Decided that I'd decorate my daughter's bedroom. But the only time I actually had to do that was in the evenings, after I'd spent all day at work, fed the kids, got stuff tidied up after that, and then started painting. And it took 3 coats because it was candy pink and I was covering it up with white. And so it's just been really busy. And so I've been finishing at about, 9:30 at night. And instead of going straight to bed, I've gone, I'll just decompress. I'll just watch a bit of telly. And there's a link between me watching telly really late at night and chocolate hobnobs. 3, 4 hand.
I had no idea what you were going to say there.
I know. I was like waiting, thinking.
I was thinking we'd crack one of your other goals.
Yeah.
That would be nice. So then I've been going to bed really late and kind of going, you've just pumped loads of sugar into your body.
Again, you've got to stop saying this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Sugar.
Tinder just keeps flashing before my eyes. Yeah.
And I'm just there and I can hear Bianca's voice going, no, what are you doing? Put the biscuit down. No. And my tummy going, yeah, it's party time. She's having sugar.
Oh, God. If you haven't watched Bianca's masterclass yet, guys, from when she was a guest on Sleep. And Bianca, we love you, but she's German. She lives in England, but when she says something, like, generally speaking, you just do it. So once you've got Bianca's voice in your head, say what you do or don't do, like, just trust me, stick to it. Like, I would not want to be in trouble with our beautiful bee.
Well, a link was in here this week, so the link's there somewhere for something. We put that link in. I can't remember. I think it was yesterday when we were talking about nighttime routine. Yeah, get the link. I know some people have reached out to it already. So what are you going to do differently then, Mel, to get your self-care back on track?
Well, the decorating's done now. Her room's finished. I don't know how decorating one room has led to chaos in every single other room in the house, but it has. It does. So we've got the weekend to tidy up. But it's been really interesting because it's taken me straight to this habit of, if I sit down at night in front of the telly and it's late, then I will reach for the biscuit tin. If I go to bed at 10 o'clock with a book, I don't even think about it. And it's really highlighted that this week. So now that that's done and I'm not that busy, then next week it'll be, you know, you need to go to bed at 10 o'clock. You know, you were saying, Cheryl, like if you don't get your 7 or 8 hours, you can wake up the next day and almost feel hungover.
Yeah.
And I've had that a couple of times this week. So it's just back on track. And I have tried to, when I'm going to bed late at night full of sugar, I have tried to just do the deep breathing before I get into bed because my brain's a bit hyper.
Yeah. And the other thing that I used to find, Mel, was because I used to have the treat cupboard. I'm looking at it now. 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Every night.
It's there.
I would sit down, put like one of my reality TV programs at 9 and go, oh, what can I treat myself to? And then I'd be like, crisps and this, that, and the other. But actually, that used to make us feel like I had a hangover the next day, even if I'd had the right amount of sleep. So it's either I've had less than 7 hours sleep, or I don't do that now. I'm snacking on a night. But actually, when I did do that, I used to feel hungover as well. So the fact that you're not getting any sleep and it's like you've done an all-nighter.
But I don't there is another option though, Mel. There's the option where you break the link between the TV and the snack so that you can still watch TV as you come down and you treat, but without the snack, rather than having to take yourself to bed. Because this is why people don't stick to stuff, because it's almost like you're taking yourself to bed early, like a kid who's being naughty, rather than you can still have an hour of TV but not have the snack. Like, is that something you would like to do?
Oh, definitely. Because I can. If I'm watching TV earlier, then I can quite happily do it. But if I stay up too late, I start getting peckish. And then I want to fill that gap. But can I have a round of applause, like from anybody who's watching this? Because last night, my ex came round to help me build the new bed in Ruby's bedroom. And to say thank you, I said, I'll get you guys a takeaway. So the two kids and Rich had takeaway pizza, chips, and garlic sauce, and I made myself an omelette.
Yes.
Sat at the same table with them and had my omelette while they had the pizza. Woo!
Were you looking at them like you wanted to smash their face off a wall?
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
hard. Well done. That's amazing. That's
good.
Amazing.
Thank you. Good. I can hear the thunderous applause from everyone in the soul system going,
I know you can do it. I'd love to challenge it in next week, though. Just sit and say, right, I'm going to give myself half an hour, and my treat is a cup of peppermint tea and watching the telly, not the food. Just to prove to yourself. And if you said, I'm going to do that 5 days to prove that I can do it, I know you would do it. It's just, once you've broken it once, then that's when you have, do you know what I mean? Because at the minute, you think you have to do that, and it's not just a belief. Just make it yourself, I'm going to do that for 5 days, and I'm not going to eat. And then if I choose to do that, maybe have a hobnob on Friday, maybe I can, or deal with yourself,
Yeah,
you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Bob, what about you, Joe? What's cracking?
I think maybe my laptop's overheating, so I'm holding it. So
I can hear the fan thing going.
I just have on top of cushions.
It's because you're so hot. You are so hot. The laptop.
I've got a cushion, so I've got hold of it. In my Ruby, I didn't know you had a daughter called Ruby, Mel. I've got my Ruby 14.
Aww.
Yeah, so I come into her room and do this. It's funny because you're talking about that, and I'll go through phases where, I go to bed late, and the thing is, though, I can eat anything and then I'll still go to sleep. So I'm not hyper. But one of the things that I always remember, something that Donna had said, and I tried that one day this week actually, because I was sat there, it was late, wasn't hungry, I was just going to do it for habit, and then I just thought, what it was like, what would a healthy person do, or what would you've said that before, haven't you, Donna? Like,
embody the what thing you want to be,
and like,
yes,
and I just thought myself, right, I caught myself thinking it, and I just said, right, what would you know, a healthy person do? Or what would a more sensible person do? Would they go to bed at midnight, or would they have a bit of sugar? You know, and it did help, because you just go, yeah, actually, I'm not stupid. I'm not doing it.
That's good. Especially if that's one of your goals. We did this in the Supercharge Your Self-Confidence Challenge. So, like, if one of your goals is to be someone who eats really healthily, doesn't eat sugar, has a good bedtime routine, and you do something, or you have the impulse to do something that is contrary to your goal, you say, what would the highest version of me, who is embodying that, you know, in 12 months, what will I be saying? I'll be saying no. Right, what stopped me saying no now? It's just reminding yourself it's all still you, you know. So well done, Jo. I love that. Good job.
So I thought that was interesting.
I love that too.
Just doing lots of learning things, so I'm enjoying it. Just sort of learning new things. I'm reading. I'm doing some proofreading of a book. I'm so excited that I've never done it before, but you know, it's just the fact that this book's like it's not even out there, so I'm just like dead excited. It's hilarious.
Love it.
But I just see it's honestly, it's like a different world. It just seems so like magical. I'm like, oh, you know, it's just fresh from someone's head. So I'm loving that. Just learning new things, really. Yeah, so it's all good. I like it. I will admit, you know, at the start of the week, I was like, I'm blocking out time. I did get as far as I did some blocking out of time, but I've really got to work on it, because then I found myself not sticking to it. So I was trying to block out a couple of hours for this, that, and the other. And I think I've just got to work on it. It's something new. It's just getting that structure. So I think I've just got to, it's like the self-sabotage, isn't it? Seeing when things are coming up.
Well, what was not working, Jo? What worked well with it and what didn't work? And I want you all to listen to this, because sometimes something doesn't work. So we go, oh, that doesn't work. But sometimes it's just one element that needs a tweak. So what worked well with it first?
So initially, well, again, it all links in, really. So later nights meant that when I was getting up, I wasn't getting up to do this fitness thing that I do with my daughter. So sometimes I was and sometimes I wasn't, and because I got a bad knee, I have to like give myself like a day recovery sort of thing. So with the late night, I knew that was not going to affect, because I woke up and I was too tired to do it. Days when I got up, got dressed and was ready, it always works better than when you get up in your pajamas and have a cup of tea and have a bit of cereal. It's the getting up, getting ready, and just starting it. So basically days when I just got up and did it without overthinking it. So I stuck to what I was going to do rather than getting waylaid. So it was like getting up, I'm going for a dog walk, then I'm going to come back. Or if I do the fitness thing in the morning, I feel so much better. It's that little thing, isn't it? The morning, the first thing, it's like you said, you've got to have your stuff ready and be on it to do it. As soon as you go, then
you can't leave the decision to the moment, like the decision's made the night before and all your body's doing is following through on the day.
Yeah. And it's like with other things, when you diet. So I noticed on the day, if I didn't do the fitness, I was like, well, I've not done the fitness, so and then I was letting it roll on into other things, you know. Which a lot of people do, if you know, on diets or whatever, they'll go, oh well, I've had one day, we'll write off the rest of the week. But the times when I did, I blocked out a couple of hours to do something, and I took myself away to. I've got to kind of take myself away from everything, which isn't easy at the moment, I know. But once I did that, it was good, and then I felt lush. Just a couple of hours, and I'd be like, yes, the feeling of achievement was so much. So I've got to remember that feeling, haven't I?
Yeah. That's exactly.
That's the anchor.
Yeah.
That's what you have to tune into when you get the moment of. It's like then remember being able to change your state yourself. Of actually remember what happened last week when I did this. I felt really good. Oh well, getting yourself into that state of when you've achieved something, which will then spur you on to do it.
Exactly. This is the whole thing around your self-image and your habits being that fulfilling, because then when you do that, you feel good. So then you make the decision to do it then the next day. And then when you've done that for a number of weeks, you've changed your image of how you're seeing yourself, because you're now the person that gets up and does that and doesn't question it. It's whenever you're leaving it to the weakness of being tired or in the morning. And now it's school holidays, so we need to apply discipline and will to some of the decisions that we're making. even if it's I'm doing it 4 days a week or 3 days instead of 5 or 6 or whatever it is for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that the time blocking's not working again, because that's what you were saying. It almost felt like it wasn't working. I think it is. I think there's something about the decision points and what you do and don't give yourself permission to give on.
And I think it's sort of, and I know you guys have talked about it before, but you kind of have like an internal, like a resistance in yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like it's, I know I want to do these things for me, but you can have this kind of little, like, what's the word? Like the naughty you or the, do you know what I mean?
So your old image of you is still there and fighting, because old image is lazy, like doesn't have to do anything. It can get up late. It can eat, hobnobs and tea whenever it wants. It doesn't have to exercise. But the new you who knows that actually that feels much better just needs to keep going, because the compound effect of more experiences of feeling good will shut old you up. Because old you is just clinging on to having it, keeping you back in your safe zone, keeping you playing small, keeping you not putting yourself out there, which all of these little things that you're doing are leading to you being bigger and bolder and brighter and happier and healthier in your life, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's just the old way of thinking versus the new way of thinking. It's going to keep doing this. And you just have to use your faculty of will and decision to know who's going to win this battle until it becomes not a battle, and then you move on to your next level of up leveling, and then it'll happen over something else.
Yeah. Yeah,
something just popped in my head there with what's Danielle's husband called again? Who did he did a training session with us in the mixed program, and he's like really into health and fitness, and he said his belief is your body is your business. I don't quite like to want to believe that, because I'm always working on my body. But that's what his belief is. And I'm only saying that because we're all business owners. Mel will be as well. But it's like, but his belief is your body is your business. So obviously that's what he teaches. So he's, at that end of that represents your business. And I'm like, but some days I want to believe that. Other days when I want to have wine for breakfast, don't really want to believe that. But actually, when you see the people like who are at the top of their game, like a lot in our world in particular, they're all like super healthy, super fit. You can see the decisions that they make around the health and the self-care, like they take it deadly serious, because you can tell just by looking at them. Yeah. Like it really is they've mastered the art, where I'm a work in progress because I like to have a bit of whatever I want to have.
Yeah.
Really like a model. I want to be able to eat and drink what I want and look like that. Let
me know when you find that pill.
It's just about having balance.
And then reading The Secret again a little bit. And Bob Proctor talks about finding your secret shifter so you can quickly change your state. Bob Proctor is one of my biggest mentors. I just love the guy. He's 85. He's absolutely picking awesome, and he's awesome. So
oh my God, we've just been rabbit now.
I know. Listen to George Fan and about my yourself on night time.
Yeah. But next week, Donna is on holiday. Did anyone know that Donna was not on holiday? And just in case you didn't know, we're writing a book. So next week, we're going to have some...
Before we do next week, though, Cheryl, can we just give Mel another high five, though? Because when she was talking about the week, I thought she might share the amazing breakthrough and step she's made in her life this week, which I thought you might like to share.
I know. I'm going elite.
Wow.
So I was like, I want to become a fabulous coach, and I was umming and ahhing about whether to do a coaching qualification or NLP or this, that, and the other, and literally within the space of a couple of hours, I sacked all that off and just went elite. So that's going to be the best I could possibly get, and just my poor children. Kiss goodbye to any education fund they still haven't got. So they're now even further away from having. And looking at the grubby walls in the house, going, that can wait.
You'll be rolling around in
her. Exactly. I'm the one that I'm the one that says, yeah, Mum, I know I need a new fence, and I know it'll be secure and it'll help with the house, but I just don't have 200 quid at the moment. Elite program. Go on. I'll have that instead.
Because you want to do it, isn't it? Yeah.
My mum's my fence. She thinks I'm on the bones of my arse, and I'm splashing out on elite coaching courses in secret.
Be worth it.
But
we all do it.
Fab, and
We all do it in secret.
Yeah.
Like we're in the Elite Nick program in secret. You know, nobody knows it costs money.
We don't mention the 25,000.
We don't mention the £25,000 that it costs. That's a secret.
But so
especially when my mum just wouldn't get it.
No, well, and this is the thing. Like, tell the people who are going to cheerlead you because you know Mel's graduated from the Real You program, like with flying honours, and is doing amazing. So she's joining Yvette and Joe and some other girls who are joining up over the next couple of months in the Elite program, which is 12 months of more advanced coaching with us. So we're very excited, and we know that we're very excited to support Mel in all her new ventures as well. So. Welcome.
She's leaving.
Yay,
And she's going to big school. She's graduating.
I am.
But you
I
don't
think
get
this definitely contributed to my head being in a spin this week because I think it was just like excitement.
Yeah. Good. And so it should be
excitement. So I know.
You just don't get the 6 weeks off of school. You start straight away. So yes. So
I've seen the appointment in my diary already.
You want the ones next week? We're starting straight away. So yes, the next week we're going to be joined by guests every day. So we'll surprise you every day next week. There'll be somebody different. So look out for that. We're going to be talking about fun and friendships and good fun things. A bit like what we've been doing today. And on Monday, in the Soul System at 10 o'clock, I will be going live with Jo Swan from Chocolate PR, and we are going to be revealing the fabulous opportunity she's going to be given for our Soul Sister and Now Is Your Time members. So make sure that you are following our Now Is Your Time page, or you are in the Soul System, or you will miss out on that message. So yes, 10 a.m. Monday morning, back at 12. Actually, I'm joined by Holly on Monday, my daughter. So she's actually going to come here. Maybe it's not a meter apart because we're going to be sat here together, huddled in on the screen. So breaking all the social distancing rules, but hey, she's my daughter. So yes, we're going to be talking about parenting and friend relationships with your children on Monday. So tune in for that as well. So 10 a.m. in the morning and 12:30 on Monday.
So if you're not in the Soul System already, join the Soul System. Make sure you put your email when you join in the Soul System. Make sure you don't miss the offers from Jo and stuff. So, and wait till you see the affirmation this week on Sunday. You get an affirmation if you're in our email community on Sunday. So look out for that.
Love
in
it.
Meantime, I will see you
a fabulous Friday.
Have a
in August. Only you'll see them in August.
Monday the 3rd.
Bye guys. Have a fab weekend.